Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at something a little more specific. We are going to be looking at something that has to do with the 30-06, the Springfield rifle, that has come up in the Discord. These days, my ideas for the videos come a lot from the discussion that happens on the official Discord. And lately, a little topic has come up with this rifle. And more specifically, how it interacts with other Tier 5 animals. So I've made my way out to this lake. I kind of started recording without checking if anything was here or not, but usually out of this far east lake, there's a whitetail herd and a mule deer herd that like to drink at the water down here. And nope, there they are there. I did actually want to beat them here, but looks like they beat me here. But I got a bit of a test to do, not really a big test, it's still kind of like a standard hunt I'm doing here. But we're going to be using the 30-06 on Ranger difficulty instead of the 270 that I've been using. And the reason I want to test it out is a topic that came up was... Ooh, who was that? It's coming from over here. What's that, a moose? Yeah. Oh, there's some moose here too, but they are not in my hunt today. So I did bring the 270 just in case I want to do a longer shot, but it's got my spotting scope on it here. I don't see if anyone's large. He's pretty small. He's small too, so we're not going to worry about them at the moment. That moose herd does come drink down at this. You know what? It's not supposed to drink at this lake. I wonder what they're doing up here. Their drink zones are both down on this little river down here. So that's interesting. They must have another zone up here. But anyways, the topic that came up was the 30-06 is a Tier 5 weapon, of course. And it seems when you're up close with it that it's a little too powerful for Tier 5 animals. So there have been some comments about how it's causing some meat loss because it's overpowered for Tier 5. And I remember when the 30-06 came out, I did shoot a mule deer up close. And I did note that it was just above the recommended kill energy of it, but I don't think the penalty was too great. So I found it interesting that a Tier 5 weapon can overkill a Tier 5 animal. Seems kind of like an odd game decision. Now, while I'm talking here, I'm getting a little confused. Look at the color of this whitetail herd, and look at the color of this one. What is going on here? Is this the same herd? This is kind of really strange, right? We got a bunch of young ones here, and a bunch of older ones here. Now, there's only one whitetail herd that comes here, though. I'm noticing some interesting things in the game lately, like with the teleporting animals and everything. Look at that guy's antlers, if you can see it there. Oh, he's got really messed up antlers. What is going on? I got a really old herd and a really young one. They gotta be different. See how this one's marching in? I'm gonna have to research this now. That is so strange. Look at the vast color difference. Alright, that can't be the same herd. Isn't that too large for one herd? Okay, I did not plan this at all. I'm completely puzzled. This deer's got awesome lopsided antlers on it. I'm going to have to take that guy just because I'm totally getting distracted from what I want to do in my hunt here. But this has started to fascinate me here. Let me know what you think. Is this the one herd? Like, how many bucks are in here? 1, 2, 3, 4... Well, 4 is reasonable, right? Oh, that one's there, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess that's reasonable, right? Or is that 1, 2? Oh my goodness. No, I'm counting 6 bucks. So that is one herd, is it? Anyways, that is super interesting to me. I want to test the 30-06, but I did not. The test was supposed to be close range, so I didn't really put a really large scope on it. This is so small now. Oh, now I don't know what to do. I want to get this one whitetail because I find the antlers kind of fascinating on them. I don't normally see that drastic difference. Is it this guy right here? Or that guy? And look, that guy's good size too. Ah, there's like 3 I want to take in this herd. What am I gonna do? Oh no. Okay, no, the 30-06 thing's gonna have to wait. They are downwind of me here. That cloud's going that way. So they're gonna smell me soon. That big one, he's just looking really big. So I'm gonna have to take him. He's old and really big. I don't think I should pass it up here. I'm not gonna risk going in with a 30-06 for close shot. I'm gonna stick with the tried and true 270 here. He's perfectly broadside. This was not what I was planning, but you gotta take the opportunities here. So that's 50 meters, 100, 150, 200 meters, 0. Wind's going right at him. Now this should be a piece of cake, I say, right before I mess it up here. That should be a good lung shot. I did not go heart. Ooh, a little bit of a glitch there. There he is. Can I see the blood from here? Oh, he's already down. Kind of glitching out too. Alright, so that 30-06 test is going to be a little bit on hold because I'm really curious about this guy. I've been wanting a large whitetail for the lodge. I don't remember for what stand though. I think it's for the bear one. I think there's one where the bear's jumping, like attacking a whitetail. I think that's the one I need it for. Okay, so here he is. That should be a nice, straightforward double lung. That's looking like a large rack. We got. Oh, he's kind of bouncing around there. What is he there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So like a 14-point buck here. Let's pick him up. Wait. Didn't he look older than that before I shot him? What's going on here? Did your first change once you died? Let's see. Oh, 270 did not knock out the second lung. Kind of shot a little back, I guess. Oh, yep. Not gonna knock out that back one. No problem. 1 lung is enough. He did die quite quickly. What do we got here? So we got a mature and 90%. There we are. 5-star on Ranger. Awesome. Look at the size of that guy. Alright, there he is, scoring a 463. So I'm just going to taxidermy him. Took a pause there because I had to take a bunch of screenshots. We're going to taxidermy that guy. And good to go. Alright, so I did a bit of a fast travel because I don't think they're going to be coming back to that lake. So that indeed was not planned. I wasn't even really scoping them out there. I was more interested in the one lopsided guy. I thought his antlers were really interesting, but I kept seeing him out of the corner of my eye, and he just kept looking bigger and bigger there. So glad I did take the shot on that. I think he was quite old. It's gonna be a little puzzled. I actually should check on that, his weight and everything like that, because once he was down, the fur didn't look aged. So I'm confused there too, because apparently when you taxidermy them, I guess in the lodge, they don't retain like their age, like in the fur. I mean, does that happen once they're shot, or is it just when you taxidermy them? So I'm a little confused with that, just because I haven't paid that much attention to comparing them alive versus like when they're dead. But I noticed there he was looking quite old in the scope, but when he was down, not so much. Alright, so I traveled a bit to the south. There is a little tiny lake up here where whitetail can be drinking at. So that's my next target, because I still want to do my 30-06 shot on them. I want to see how much meat loss is lost on it. Some were reporting that there was quite a bit. I did test this a bit earlier on a mule deer, and it was very small. It was 2.5 pounds lost or something like that. But the kill energy was higher than the recommended though. But I'm wondering, since whitetail are slightly smaller, like if it's more pronounced with like a whitetail. The other one I want to test is a wolf, since it is tier 5, right? I keep saying or thinking to myself that a wolf is not tier 5, but it is, right? Yeah, okay. So what do they weigh? See, a wolf only goes up to 42 kilograms. Well, like a mule deer goes up to like to 200. So how's a gray wolf like a tier 5 animal when everything else is like bigger than it? Right? Is anything smaller than a gray wolf? No. Like maximum 42 kilograms. So that's one I want to test too, since it's as small as tier 5. Apparently there's a lot of meat loss using a tier 5 rifle against them. It just seems like a strange like game design thing. If you have a tier 5, like if you have a tier system, it's supposed to be designed to simplify the game for the player, right? You get like a tier 5 animal, use a tier 5 rifle. I don't quite pay attention to the tiers anymore, because you just kind of get to know the rifle and the animal and how much damage it's going to do. So you just want to sort of decide, what kind of hunt you want. But for like a newer player, you kind of want to match, you want kind of like a simplified system. So I'm kind of puzzled. That's why I'm kind of doing this. Do you get punished by using a tier 5 rifle against a tier 5 animal? So with the 30-06, which is the most powerful tier 5 rifle at close range, um, it didn't really matter with the mule deer. It was over the energy level requirement, but you only lost a couple pounds. Like, it was negligible. So I do want to see it against whitetail and wolf. Now I am on the ranger difficulty, so I don't. The wolves drive me nuts on ranger difficulty. It's like really hard, so I'm not sure I'll be able to get one. But I do want to at least try a whitetail here. So what's going on with this stick? Is this like a thing in the road, a post? Is this... How come that's there? Like, it's not a tree, right? Or is there another one here? Oh, alright, I didn't notice that before. So I guess these posts are just to warn you to not drive off the road here? You know what? I'm not even sure I visited this lake before. I wonder where it is. Like, I know it's right up here, but this is awfully mountainous kind of terrain. It's kind of like a semi-mountain area. So is this really elevated? Am I going to come over the hill here and have this like lake far below? I haven't been here before, I don't think. Oh, is that's the lake? A little tiny little drinking hole. Well, I don't see any deer though. Oh, darn. That's kind of that'd be a really good approach, coming over here and then having deer down there. I don't hear or see anything, so they must be at their second spot. Okay, no whitetail here. There's actually a mule deer that drink here as well, and wolves, but the wolves will be long gone. I'm gonna switch targets actually. The mule deer are not here. They're going to be at their other drink zone, and it is a lake to the east that I've never been at over here. So if they are there, I'm going to head that direction because they have a rest zone to the west of there and a rest zone just in the direction I'm pointing right now. So their drink time is ending, but by the time I get over there, they should be heading out and going to one of the rest zones, so I should be walking right into them. Alright, I came to get mule deer, but guess what? A herd of elk have sort of the same idea. They drink at this lake straight ahead. I'm not sure I can see it. And then they come to the west to rest. And I just heard the elk Trouble is, the wind's that way. I wonder if I'm going to be able to spot them before they spot me. Okay, I know they didn't spook, but I don't know where they are. I know they're down there. They could just be walking past. But I'm going to try a bugle here. And blow out my eardrums. And see if any of them respond. I don't have a location other than this general direction. They stopped calling though, and I'm pretty sure they haven't spooked. Oh, never mind. Here they come right now. I didn't even see them over there. Camouflage elk, of course. And look, I called a low fit and one's coming out. Alright, this is fine. You know, this hunt's not going as planned at all. But it's not like I'm going to complain here. I accidentally set myself in the path of an elk herd when I was trying to do that to a mule deer herd. But that works too. Let's take a quick glance, see if we can... I gotta be real quick because they're coming right in. See if there's any exciting ones in here. Not very big. Nope, they're all kind of medium looking. Some younger cows. Nothing spectacular. I've got this guy coming right in. He's going to get the 30-06 here. There is no big bulls in here at all. I'm going to switch. This guy's coming in. Yeah, hello, buddy. Should we just finish you off here? Yeah, we'll put it in the heart. We'll do a heart shot. There they all go. Just like that. But this harvest is not gonna be an example for what I was trying to show. And sometimes you just gotta take what you get. And where is he? Oh, here he is. Just a little guy. Here, just meat in the freezer kind of thing. Yep, there's the hurt shot. At less than 40 meters. That should be no problem for Tier 5 30-06. Even though it's a Tier 6 animal, it's hitting well within the kill range. Awesome. So let's take a look. 34%. Little low guy, just small little guy. Gonna score very low. We'll just sell him off. Alright, well, the hunt's not going as I originally planned, but it's mean, like I was saying before, can't really complain. 5-star whitetail, which I don't think I have a single 5-star whitetail, especially in ranger mode. And an elk herd I intercepted before finding that mule deer herd, but I will take it. But now I might have to try the bane of my existence here. A wolf pack on ranger difficulty. With the 30-06, there is a rest zone of a wolf pack down here, just on the border of Small Paws and a Black Fox Range. Now, Black Fox Range, as you can see, I never go into. So this is a group that I haven't seen at all. They're right on the border. And we'll see if I can get one of those. Because with the whitetail and the mule deer, I sort of know what to expect. If you do a close range shot with the 30-06 on both of those, it'll hit above that kill range. So from what we understand of the game, you should be penalized when you go out of that kill range, and it'll deduct. You get some. It'll deduct money by losing the by damaging the meat with the overpower. But it does overpower them. But it doesn't deduct much. So there's going to be some calculation in there that sort of gives you a bit of a gray area where you can be overpowered and still not be penalized much. So, since it's like just outside of the border of a Tier 5 animal with a Tier 5 rifle, I want to try the strongest Tier 5 hit with the smallest Tier 5 animal, which would be the gray wolf. I should actually be really close to them right now. Let me see. Yeah, they should be straight ahead where the rest zone is. So knowing my luck, they won't be here, and the other rest zone is a good distance behind me. So I don't think I'll backtrack. If they're not here, I'll have to try a different wolf pack. Alright, I think if they were here, I would have seen them by now, or heard them by now, or spooked them by now, something. I gotta be pretty close. And this like head bobbing going down this hill is kind of driving me a little crazy. I'm pretty sure I should be on top of their rest zone. The trouble with predators is their zones have a large radius to them. It's something like 300 meters in every direction. However, wolves typically will howl by now. Alright, I'm gonna say that's a bust. I don't think they're here. It is the rest time, so they must be at the other spot. But the other spot is sort of where I came from, so maybe I've spooked them and sort of messed up their pathing. However, since I'm here, it is still sort of within drink zone for deer. Maybe there's something at the lake. Okay, yeah, it's past 1 o'clock. I don't think anything's going to be at the water. Pretty much at this time of the day, in early afternoon, in mid-afternoon, all these waterways and lakes and little rivers, they're all deserted. Everything on the map is done drinking, usually about noon, and they won't be back till it's dark. Alright, so I fast traveled to the Diamond Drill cabin because there is a wolf rest zone just northeast of the cabin, and I'm becoming determined to see what this 30-06 does to wolves. The trouble is, I have a very difficult time hunting wolves on the Ranger difficulty. It's brutal. Oh, the wolves are here too. They just started howling. By the best I can see, they are northwest from here. I have not spooked them yet. I don't know if the howl is a kind of an alert or not. Man. The wind's kinda going that way. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Look at the trees. If I go with the wind a little bit and get closer, maybe they won't smell me. But I'm wondering if that howl's kind of like an alert. I don't know the sounds of the wolves. Like, do they howl an alert noise? I just don't know. Gotta listen. I'm fully expecting to spook them here, or they're probably walking away from me. I'm gonna swing up here and see. I do not have high hopes here in these trees at getting these wolves. I haven't heard anything spook yet though. And if I keep flanking to the north, they shouldn't be able to smell me if I go on this side. Yeah, they are this direction, so they are west-northwest. I don't see them though. I want to get close enough so I can do a call. Okay, I did hear some sticks. I think that was a spook. I'm not too sure. I think the howl and stop. I think they're gone. Hunting wolves drives me bonkers. Everywhere I find the wolves, they're in the woods. There's no place that they're out of the woods. I don't hunt their drink zone in the morning just because it seems too dark, but I think I might have to try that. Okay, I'm pretty sure I spooked that that wolf group. Another attempt, back deeper in Diamond Drill, there's a central wolf zone. I'm going to try ambushing a feed zone here. So they should be moving out of the rest zone, about 15 real-time minutes, maybe sooner than that, head to a feed zone. So I'm going to try ambushing a feed zone. And I'm getting them to howl again the west of here. They are already at the feed zone. And, oh my goodness. So they're up here, and I cannot climb up there. Now how in the world am I going to climb up there without spooking them? I'm not going to have the patience for it. Oh dear. So somehow I did get up here without spooking them because I just heard them call. Wind is still an issue though. And so they're definitely just northwest of here. Yep. They're almost directly northwest. Wind going this direction, so it's okay. They're really calling away, so I'm assuming that's their alert. How in the world am I gonna get up here and see them? Oh, they're there. There's one. You're walking the wrong way. Oh, it's a marigold to even spot one. And that's, I mean, if they're walking the wrong way, they may have smelt me. Which is quite possible. They're going to be outside of collar range too. Where am I as opposed to their feed zone? I'm kind of on the feed zone. Alright. So, I mean, I think they've got my scent, so they're being pushed away. And this is what happened last time. You can't catch them. They just get pushed faster than you can sneak up on them. Okay, so there's no approach on these wolves at all. Apparently they're already at their feed zone, like an hour early. I'm not going to go into the trees after them, because I just know how that turns out. I'm just going to spook them. So this is as close as I'm going to try and get these guys. I'm going to do some calls. And there's an awesome UI glitch. That means I've lost the signal. The little bar, there it is. There it is, yep. So I'm going to do a few calls. And hopefully one will come in. Okay, I see one there. It's not coming to the call though, they're kind of diddling around. It's going to be a hard shot due to the trees. We're going to do one more call. It's definitely in range. Now let's pull out the 270, just because it's got the scope on it. I seen one right in here. I know you're there. Is one gonna be like walking right up to me? Be like surprised when it creeps up to me from the call? It was right there. Where did you go? Wind is this direction. So it shouldn't really smell me there. But they are there. Where'd he go? He's like right here. Okay, I don't understand. The one was within 100 meters, but not responding to the call. I don't quite get it. It must be the scent, even though it's going this way. See, they're still there. I don't know why they're not coming in. Like, maybe they're trying and getting stuck on this rock face here? There's not much I can do. I sat there and called many times. And they're just not coming in. Even though one was definitely within range of the call, I know. Okay, I'm gonna try up here. Because I'm wondering there's like no like pathing to the call. Maybe they get stuck and don't come in. Ooh. I haven't heard them spook. I mean, I know they're right here. This episode might actually have to be called, finally, Bumblewoot Rage Quits. So I must have called a dozen times. I've been calling away, and I know at least one was within range. So my only guess is the scent was stopping the call from working. It is this direction. The wolves are this direction. I know it's not perfect. I keep losing the little scent bar if I do anything. Come on. Oh, I'm going to lose it. So I resorted to creeping forward very slowly and continuing to call. I don't really know what else to try here. Okay, I see one now. I think this is where they've been hanging out. There they are, 100 meters. Are you coming to the call? Okay. Here we go. Wait. Did I just get within range and they're coming now? Okay, I'm going to do another call here and see. And then, what are the chances of me identifying one that's different than the others? No, they're all journeying now. Okay, they do look like they're concerned. They look, oh my, I mean, the wolves are okay, but they gotta put some work into here, because it's like the exact same model and fur for every single one of them. And I do know the males do render slightly larger, like that's a male. However, I mean, everything else looks identical. I wanted one to come into the call so I could shoot one close range with the 30-06, but now they're walking away. Like, what is this business? Why have this caller in the game if it doesn't call up in? They were under 100 meters. Wind is this direction, so it wasn't right at them. These guys are gonna drive me crazy. I didn't shoot one because I want them closer than that for my little 30-06 test. But I took the opportunity to sort of take a look at them when they're all grouped together to see differences, but did that just spook? They just spooked. Oh my god. Oh, the rage is real, and it's boiling up inside. My only observation there is even though the wind's going this way, it's still out catching them. And every time I come here, the wind is going at them at least a little bit, and it causes problems. Alright, I will try to ambush during drink zone in the next morning. Okay, diamond drill next morning, 6:30 a.m. Now normally, I would have rested the night if I was actually river in the game. And then after like a good night's sleep, you'd be up and ready to go in the morning, nice and relaxed and excited for the hunt. But alas, I have not rested. I'm still frustrated with the second half of the hunt here. So I'm gonna jog quickly to this lake. Hopefully the wolves are not there yet. The wind will be good. I will sit on an elevated spot, and hopefully the wolves actually show up. Oh, there's the call now. Okay, so they are coming to the drink zone. Okay, I want an elevated spot. I know I'm jogging, but I think they're too far away to get spooked. Hopefully. I'm gonna try and get up here before they come in. So if this doesn't work, I'm gonna rage quit. However, before I rage quit, I'm gonna try and cheer myself up by going back to lodge, taxidermy the big whitetail on the spot that I want him, which I think, pretty sure there's that spot with the bear like lunging towards whitetail. Okay, now this has got to be a good spot. Here's the little drinking hole and the river, and the wolves should be coming for a drink. Unless, of course, I spook them jogging in here. Oh, no, there they are. Yay! 200 meters out, they are coming to drink. The plan works. The plan is actually working. Wind is still good. Alright, I'm gonna watch them come in. Unless they decide to stop up there. And I hope they come all the way down here, because that would be perfect. I mean, 150 is still too far for the shot I want to take. But at this point, I will try it anyways. I'm really curious as to what the 30-06 does do to these guys. Okay, here they come. Now, let me know here. I'm zoomed in with the biggest zoom in the game. And I know YouTube renders kind of weird sometimes. But, is there a difference in the models here? Those two are exactly the same. That's the same too, right? The two are even the same size. I read the encyclopedia at one point. I didn't jump into it now, but I think it only said that females are 20% smaller. So, is that what they did? They got one model of wolf, made that one model 20% smaller. So there's your male and female. You can hunt wolves, and then they put that on the box. Now I know that sounds a little bitter, because I kinda am. Because they look identical. I can't even really tell the females. I think I can there. Female, male? Yeah, but it's like the same model. They should, like, I don't even know if they got age differences in the game for these guys. Now, the game, yes, I know you're howling. I mean, the game is a good deer hunting game. Like the elk and all the deer species, the moose, like all that. It's pretty good. But all the other critters in the game, they need some work. Like these, you can't tell. I don't know. Let me know. I can't tell the difference here. They are the same. It's just like a copy-paste kind of thing. I don't even get like age differences. Like that's female, right? It's even hard to tell that. That's got to be a female there. That's got to be a male. That's got to be a male too. Alright, these female. I mean, that's all I can tell, right? I can't tell if there's like a larger male or anything. I mean, normally you'd be able to tell like the largest one in the pack, right? Okay, let's range it. Is it 100 meters or so? So, okay, 115. You're gonna go behind the tree now, really. They're all gonna gather there, aren't they? Oh, they're gonna come out the other side. Okay, no problem. 120. Gonna range for 100. Raise a little. Gonna grab my 30-06 with a silly little scope on it. Now I'm regretting bringing this. We're just going to shoot this guy. It's at 100. Going to raise a little bit. Right in front of this rock. Okay, he's an instant drop. Okay, so at least I get to see 100 meters low shot the damage it does on the wolves. And I'm kind of so angry at them. I wanted to shoot another one. But I'm going to have to zero up twice. And I just didn't bring the right scope. I originally just planned to, well, I didn't actually think I'd ever actually see a wolf, since I never do. So I was planning on just using that scope to, you know, just use it, because I never do. But I was planning on calling a whitetail in at the start of the hunt to see. Whoop! Do not go unconscious, River. Oh my god. Oh no. And all the way back here. Now, that's not a big thing though, because I did mark the wolf before I fell down. He's right here. So I'm gonna hop in over here. I was gonna sprint over there and get him. Had to take some deep breaths after that. Okay, so the wolf is here, and on the way here, I did a lot of grumbling in my head. I decided not to record it. Anyways, so here he is. The 30-06 certainly did the job. I don't know what happened to him here. His head is like embedded into the ground. But that's the thing. Smallest tier 5 animal versus the most powerful tier 5 rifle. I want to see just how punishing it is. So let's take a look at the shot. Double lung, completely destroyed both lungs and that top artery. I mean, the 30-06 will certainly do the job there. And right through the other side. I mean, that's kind of interesting. If there was like a wolf behind it, do you think it'd be able to knock it out too? I guess its energy's getting pretty low. So that was 120 meters. Yeah, so the energy is definitely, what is that, about 500, 400 or so too high of that recommended. Oh, it's a female, one thing. That's fine though. Adult female. And what do we got? Yeah, we do have significant meat loss on here, right? So that's 25% lost on that. So that's, you know, I pretty much started this episode. Let's sell her off. Because of some discussions that come on in the Discord, and that's one of them. It's I'm using a tier 5 rifle on a tier 5 animal, but it's, you know, causing meat loss. And now I understand that, but it would make more sense if they didn't have a tier system at all, right? You just have the power of the rifle, you just got to know what they do. But I mean, why have a tier system in the game? If you get penalized for using the right tier weapon for the right tier animal. I'm just that. Anyways, it was brought up in the Discord. I wanted to check that out because if you're using that 30-06 to hunt tier 5 animals, you're not getting that full payout for the animal. Now most of them you mostly are, because if you use it against mule deer, you're only losing like a couple dollars or something like that, like it's nothing. But if you're using it to wolves or maybe against a tier 5 sheep or goat, I mean it'll be significant. So that's what I mean. I'm just kind of brought that up just because I was curious about that and to see if, you know, sometimes people talk in the Discord, they kind of exaggerate some things, and but I wanted to see that one. So it's definitely an issue. Like, it's not like a big one. I'm a little puzzled. Kind of wanted to look into that as to why, like, if you're like a newer player or someone that's not like really into understanding the power of the rifles, you would use that simplified tier system, right? You would be like, okay, I'm gonna hunt a tier 5 animal. Let me pick a tier 5 rifle. And you're doing everything that you think you're supposed to be doing, but yet you lose 25% of the value of the harvest. I just find that a little odd. I think the wolves should probably be like tier 4 or something by the size of them. I mean, the mule deer go up to 200 kilograms, and what was it? The wolves are under 50 kilograms? I mean, that's a huge difference. I wonder if it's simply that. Like, the wolves shouldn't be tier 5. Yeah, 42 kilograms max, where you get like a mule deer up to 200. What's a roe deer go to? 40. That's what I mean. The wolf should be a tier 4, right? I don't know. There's something going on there. That's kind of bugging me a little bit. Alright, before I end though, I gotta go to the lodge and taxidermy the whitetail. Ah, so there we go. We got the aggressive black bear with the strawberry jam on his face, hopping on the 5-star whitetail here. Poor little deer, you better get going. That bear's gonna eat you. So that's a pretty cool one. I kind of like this stand here. I think that is the only thing you can do with this, right? Yeah, you have to have a whitetail and a bear. I don't think you can have it any other way. Still pretty cool though. I do like this one, especially with the strawberry jam bear here. Alright, so that'll be about it. Aggressive bear, a 5-star whitetail, 5-star moose, and I think your ranger difficulty too, I think. I don't remember if your ranger difficulty or not, but 5-star elk? You might be. And then my little 5-star badgers. Just kind of wrestling there. Oh, and my 5-star goat. Alright, well, I think that's it for now. Thank you very much for watching, and everyone, take care.